crimes just occurred and a special team of investigators have been called to the scene to collect the evidence. This is the life of a real CSI investigator. Detective Sally Takis has been on the forensic team for 3 years now, and her job isn't quite like the TV show CSI.
The expectations of what we can do as a police department are probably compared to the show, and they're different.
Could crimes really be solved in 1 hour?
No, not in an hour, never. I don't think so. We can take days or weeks or months even to come to a conclusion in a case.
According to InBaseline.com, the budget of CSI goes over $1.5 million for only one episode.
Some of the equipment that they have is just not within a local police department's budget. Their tools, I think, are exaggerated.
His glasses.
There's a reflection.
There was one show I saw where they had a special camera that could zoom in from miles down to the wristwatch that the person was wearing, and we don't have any technology like that.
The CSI effect is a theory where jurors, victims, and even criminals believe that what they watch on television crime scene dramas is actually true. I was allowed exclusive access to follow Detective Sally Takis on an investigation to see the difference between fact and fiction.
Someone has called in to say that a suspect has gone through their vehicle. I'll be dusting for fingerprints on the outside of the car because it's fairly clean. I use this black powder. It sticks to the sweat and the fatty deposits that come out of your fingerprints and out of your hands, so it'll form fingerprints on the smooth surface.
So there's no computer or laser scanner or anything that's
No.
used at CSI?
No, no. Just a brush and powder. It's definitely not a finger. It's too big, wide, and you can see all the creases and the basic pattern of the bottom of a palm. We have to make sure that these are life-size when we're looking at them, especially if it's a photograph versus the real lift.
Even I got involved in the fight against crime, but don't be fooled, it isn't all fun and games.
Sometimes it's long, tedious, labor-intensive work. It's a matter of sitting down without any distractions and analyzing the prints that you found as to what they're made of, how clear they are, how much characteristic detail you can see, and then you would compare to each digit. Suspects have left water bottles in there too, so we can seize those and put them in the glue chamber.
What is the glue chamber? Well, the investigation wraps up in time for me to find out.
What we have here is, this is the cyanoacrylate, or for short, glue fumes. It works on a humidity system with the fumes from the superglue. But there are markings here where the glue fumes have stuck to, hopefully, amino acids. It'll harden and it'll stay there. So we can put black powder on it and lift the prints off that way. So that's the palm print with the black powder on it. It's easier to look at the photo versus the card. So you need to only look at them when you're not fatigued and there's no distractions around. And so it could take, if it's one print and one print, it could take days.
Doppler laser optical transducer. We've come a long way.
If the tools used on CSI are mostly science fiction, then what new technologies will real crime fighters be using against future criminals?
Well, I know some people are researching the combination of chemicals, cyanoacrylate with a fluorescing chemical, so that it cuts down the steps taken in order to view or fluoresce fingerprints on an object.
Halton Regional Police may not have a big Hollywood budget, but instead rely on good old-fashioned gumshoe investigating. This is Nareeman Khadem reporting for FYI.